talked about our Git or initial lecture of DevOps, right? So at that time, I have mentioned that there is a CI/CD pipeline. So when we are talking about the CI/CD pipeline, so let me go to that repository. So if I go to that CI/CD pipeline, right? So here in the SDLC, I have shown you one diagram. For that diagram, I also have here in the builder Maven. So if you see this diagram, right? So in this diagram, this is the DevOps CI/CD pipeline, similar to that, which you see something like this, right? Infinite symbol. So this is development and this is operation, or you can say this is CI and this is CD. Do you still remember what is the difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? So continuous delivery when manual approval is required.
Continuous integration, continuous delivery. And
in continuous deployment, it is automatic. Okay. Now, let us see here. So we are here. We will discuss all these tools. Okay, maybe some extra tools also, which is Artifactory, which is not mentioned in this, but we will discuss. Now we are basically done with the Git and GitHub. So developer is pushing the code into the repository. Now basically what is happening? Developer push the code. Now source code is available. So source code maintenance is mainly done by the development team. After that, there is something called build process. Now, what is build process? When we talk about the build process is basically converting your source code into the compiled code or executables. For example, if you are having Java source code, then you are having .jar file or .var file. Okay, I want to convert my source code into jar file, and jar file is your executable file. Means you can execute your code by using jar file. You need not to give source code to your operation team. You just need to give the jar file or var file. Var file we will put it on the web server like Tomcat, Apache Tomcat. Right? So build process is a process where you are converting your source code into the executable file. Now, because we are talking about DevOps and it is the automation process, so this jar file should be created automatically. And who will create it? Some build automation tool. So in Java, Maven we are having, Gradle we are having in Python, PyBuilder, in Node.js, we are having NPM. Like that, it depends upon what source code you are having. If it is in Java, then we will use Maven. So I'm considering that our source code is in Java, and we will be discussing the Maven. So Maven is one of the very popular tool, and this automates your source code into the executable file. There are something which is called Maven goals. Maven goals are nothing but what you want to achieve with the Maven commands. So that is called Maven goal. Now, the next question is that, so build automation purpose, do you understand what is the purpose of that? So to create the executable files. Okay. So this is Apache product. Apache is very popular. Apache is mainly for the open source projects. So Apache Server, Apache Maven, Apache Tomcat. Right? So those all are Apache product. right? So Apache Maven. Now let us understand this theoretically. What is build process mean? So uh, when we are talking about the build automation, right? So what is build automation tool? Build automation tool is a software tool that automatically builds an application from the source code without manual steps. So we need the automation. That's why we are going to use this build automation tool, and Maven is one of them. Now, next is that what does build actually means? So build means downloading the dependency. What does it mean? For example, you are writing a source code, and in the source code, you want to do a unit testing. So what is unit testing? Who does the unit testing?
Testing on the small, like individuals,
And
specific
who does it?
develop.
Developers, right? So developers do that testing. So now your source code is with the testing, but testing has a framework, say it's an example, JUnit, Jupyter, such kind of frameworks. Now it means when you give this source code for the build, means you want to create a jar file, but this source code is having one extra framework, which is JUnit framework code. So in that case, I need in my jar file, I need to include JUnit, or maybe whenever I'm building, I need to do the JUnit testing and then convert it into the jar file. So it means there are two things as a build process. Number one, do the unit testing when I'm creating the jar file. When you are developing the program, you are doing your unit testing. You have written some test cases. Now, these test cases is in the unit testing. Now you want that when I build, all the unit test cases should be passed. So what you are doing, you want to do this. Now, in that case, I need the JUnit framework. So whenever we are talking about the build, so Maven is having something called dependencies. So dependencies means if JUnit is required, so Maven is having one repository, which is called the Maven repository. Let me show you in the portal. So if I go to Maven repository, so if I say Maven repository, so here there are so many repositories are already there, right? Like you want to do Java with Selenium, so you need not to download Selenium explicitly. You just use this uh, dependency. So how dependencies we can download? See here, JUnit. If I want the JUnit, I will go here. In my configuration file, we will talk about that, which is you know, which is called the pom.xml, project object model.xml. So here, for example, I want to use this version. So here you will see that there is a code dependencies. Okay, something overview. It should show a snippet of code. Yeah, here. So here we want to use Maven. So we'll copy this code and JUnit will be automatically added into our project. That libraries will be automatically added. Again, Maven is mostly used by the development team, not by the DevOps engineer. But knowledge of Maven, if you are using the Java project, it is mandatory for the DevOps engineer. We will come back to this. We will understand what is this group ID, artifact ID, version scope, etc. Okay. So now here, what build process is doing? It is downloading the dependency, compiling your source code, running the unit test cases, create a package, and preparing artifacts for the deployment. Artifact is nothing but the executables like your jar files and war files. So these are your artifacts. Without build automation tool, you need to do manually. If you do manually, then these are the error prone. And if it is a repeatable process, then it is very difficult to do it manually all the time. That is why build automation tools are required. Do you understand the meaning purpose of build automation tools?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So Now, why build automation tools are important in DevOps? Because we need for the automation, we need the repeatable process, which should be consistent, speed, and repeatability. Now, build automation tools ensure same build output on the developer laptop and the CI server. See, whenever in the companies, there are some servers which are called the build server. So we put our executables into these build servers. Zero manual intervention, faster feedback in the pipeline, easy integration with the CI/CD pipeline. So in your Jenkins, when you are using the CI/CD pipeline, so there you can easily integrate this. Now, next is relationship between build automation tools and CI/CD pipeline. So CI/CD pipeline is the DevOps pipeline. So here you are writing the code in some code commit, or you can say that GitHub, then build, then test, package, artifact, and deploy. So these things happen. So here our build is here. Right? So build is here. So here we need the build. After that, testing. Testing is after building the tool. So where build tool fits in CI/CD stage, source code, developer pushes the code, build tool compiles or create the packages. And after that, testing, artifact, and deploy. Okay. So now there are many tools are available in the market, right? It depends upon which programming language you are using. So build tool, if we talk about, it builds the application. CI/CD it's an orchestration process. What is orchestration? Orchestration is basically, manage your CI and delivery work. Language specific, build tool is language specific. These are language independent. If you want to use Jenkins with Java based, Node based, you need not to change anything into the Jenkins configuration. Okay. Run locally and CI. These runs on the CI servers. Example Maven, example Jenkins. Now, for different languages, there are different tools. Like for NPM, we are having for Node.js, we are having NPM. So when we run NPM install, it downloads all the modules, right? So when you add any module, so that is through the NPM. You run the application by NPM run build. You test the application with the NPM test. It means in my CI/CD pipeline, I use these commands if my project is in Node.js. Right. Now, next is right. So next is the Java. In Java, we use Maven. Maven is commonly used, right? Commonly used Maven and Gradle. So these two. Mostly we use Maven. Gradle is also one of the build automation tool, similar to Maven only. Okay. So it is having something called form.xml file, right? It is having the convention over the configuration. Means what you are doing, you are setting up some configuration, and after that, your build is ready. Means you can run the commands. Very common in the enterprise level. Like this is one of the Maven goal, or you can say Maven set of command. I want to clean the package, and then I want to create the package. So Gradle, Kotlin, these are Gradle is a tool which is developed in these Groovy and Kotlin based language. Faster build, popular in some modern projects. Right? So for Java, it's Maven and Gradle. So like Gradle build, you can run this command. Python, for Python, we use the Python builder, which is PyBuilder, which is a build automation tool for Python. What it does, dependency management, running tests, packaging the application. Like if I want to install the dependencies, I'll say pyb install and dependencies, whatever, and pyb package. It will create the package. For .NET, there is MS Build. MS Build is for C# program, for example, you are having, and you want to connect with the, you want to compile this code, you want to add the dependencies. So .NET Build. So this is the build is the MS Build is the build engine, and .NET Publish, it published the build. So how build automation helps in the CI/CD pipeline? Developer pushes the code into the Git. Jenkins trigger the pipeline. It runs. Maven clean tests such kind of commands we write. It will create a jar file. Jar file we store it into some artifactory, right? And then pipeline deploy the artifacts, means our executables. Key benefit of this: no manual builds, consistent artifacts, faster feedback, easy rollback, scale across the team. So on interview level, right? Build automation tool, automate compiling, testing, and packaging application and CI/CD pipeline. These tools to consistently build and deliver the software automatically. Do you understand what is
Yes.
the? Okay. Now
Very good.
my question is to you. In CI/CD pipeline, where build exists, in CI or CD?
And CI.
CI, right? Because we are having all the development related work here. Here operation work starts.
Operations implementation.
Right. Now tell me what is the, for Java, which is the build automation tool?
Maven.
For Python?
Uh, I think I don't. But
So listen properly, okay? PyBuilder. For
Five.
Node.js,
Just for NPM.
npm, okay? For .NET,
.NET MS Build.
right? So their main purpose is to build. What is the main purpose? To build the code, to create the executable file. Executable files are called artifacts.
Yes.
And also adding the dependencies. We will be more clear about the dependencies when we talk about this. Okay. All right. So now let us move to the next part. Let's now talk about Maven only, because our main purpose is to discuss Maven. So Maven is a build automation tool and project management tool. In simple word, Maven automates building, testing, packaging, and deploying the application. For DevOps engineer, Maven is mainly used for building the application automatically, manage the dependencies, produce the consistent artifacts. Who has created? It's a Apache Software Foundation product. It is open source. You need not to pay a single penny to use this Maven. So Maven is free of cost. It is community driven. It is widely used in the enterprise level. Why Maven was created? Why? So before Maven, the build automation was manual, and it is Ant. Ant is also one of the tool which was having a lot of manual things to do. I never used it. Okay, I heard about that. So that's why Maven is used. Okay, so Maven is the solution for the manual builds to convert it into the automation. No standard project structure. Dependency management was painful. If you want to add JUnit, you need to download the jar file, you need to add it into your project. That was manual. Everything is manual. But now everything is Word, convention over configuration, standard directory layout, and centralized dependency management. See, whenever you are using Maven, so you need to use a structure. It is not like that anything you can put and that will be converted into the Maven. So there is a structure. So there will be a source directory. Under source directory, you are having your uh, main directory. Under main directory, you are, do you know what is package in Java?
Yes.
What is that?
Packages are like groups of classes and interfaces and everything.
Right. So for example, I'm creating one class, right? Class one, class two separate files, one.java, two.java. Now I want these to be, clubbed together into a package. So what I will do on the top, I will say import and my package name. So just a minute. Thank you. Yeah, sorry for that. So now in the package, so these two classes are in the same package. So what I will do on the top, I will say import package. Package, whenever you are working on a project, you can give any name, it doesn't matter. But the standard is that domain name and in reverse order. For example, if I have KMIT courses.com, this is my website, for example, right? So I will give this package name in my project. Okay, I will give this package name. So how it will be? Com dot, it is in reverse order. Com dot KMIT courses.com. Right? Com.KMIT courses. So it is always in the reverse order. That is a standard. You can put kmitcourses.com also. But as I mentioned, this is the standard. So how the directory structure will be that under your source directory, there will be a com directory. Under that com directory, there will be a KMIT courses directory. Under KMIT courses, you have 1.java and 2.java. So you are aware of this structure?
Yes.
Oh, good. So this is how package we define, right? So now in Maven, what we are doing, we are basically using a directory structure, which we will discuss. Under source, as I mentioned, you will have your Java or main directory, your main, where you are having your source code. Your source code under the source directory, main, and under main, you are having the under main directory, you are having your say com, KMIT courses, and your file will be created here. So we need to follow this directory structure. If we are not following that, then we will not be able to execute or keep our code as a Maven. Okay. As I have shown you, there is a centralized dependency and Maven repository on the internet. It is available, right? So you can download it from there, or you can create your own local. So there is something called .m2 directory on your local system. So it will be there, right? So these are the Maven, why we need to use Maven. Let us understand a life cycle of Maven. So when we are talking about Maven life cycle, it is basically on three parts. So first one is that default, second is clean, third is site. We will understand this. Now, in life cycle, if we talk about, so there are, when you are having a project, so you are having some commands. Maven commands are started with mvn validate, mvn compile, ambient test. So these are executed in a sequence. For example, if you are running Maven package command, so it will first execute, validate, compile, and test, and then package. If you are executing deploy command or install command, so what it will do, it will execute all the commands which are before that. Okay, so this is the sequence how the Maven commands get executed. Now, what is validate? It checks the project structure is correct or not. Compile, it basically compiles your code into class files, bytecode. And test is you're doing the unit testing. Package is converting your source code into jar or war file. Verify, it verifies the quality checks. Install, it install the artifacts into the local repository, which is .m2. Deploy, it pushes the artifacts into the remote repository, which is JFlows, Nexus. So these are the. Now, clean. So clean means delete the artifacts. There is a target folder get created. So it delete that. So your builds, that's your executables, your test reports, everything is on that target directory. So when you say clean, it will delete the target directory. Like Maven clean package, first delete the target directory. And you will understand this properly when we run the command practically. Site is basically you want to deploy it somewhere. Somewhere means you want to deploy it on remote repository. So then site we use. Okay. Now, next question is Maven is only for Java? The answer is no. It is primarily for Java, but now it supports Scala, Kotlin, these languages. It can be used with Python, Node.js, .NET also, but it is not preferable. Okay, so why it is used by the DevOps engineer? Because we need the automation in the build, right? Maven for Java, Node.js, NPM, Python, PyBuild, and .NET MS Build, right? So you are pushing the code. CI Jenkins tool is using Maven. So there you are writing your commands and it get executed and war file get created. We push it into the artifactory and we deploy this code. Okay. I just want to, whenever you get the time, let me show you one thing here. There is one project I have started, which is on my channel. So if you go to this KMIT courses, right? So here I have created one playlist. So here, if I go to my channel, and here if you see the playlist, so I have started one project. Not now, it is little old, right? So here you can see almost there. Right. So now here you can see DevOps Capstone project. Okay. So you just walk through up till, I mean, this is 10 minutes video only, 10 to 10 minutes. Maybe whenever you get the time, you just go through up till 4 or 5 videos, first 4 or 5 videos, whenever you get a time, right? So it is whatever we have discussed in the Git. So it is already covered in this as a project.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the DevOps Capstone project playlist. So you just walk through, means it's a real-time project, which where I'm using Vagrant and I'm using the local environment only, no cloud-based environment. But wherever is required, we need to use that one cloud-based because in some cases we need the public IP addresses. So that you can just walk through these one. All right. Now let us do one thing. Let us install Maven on our system. So you can install the Maven on your Windows system. You can install Maven on your Linux-based system. So today we will install it on our Windows system, and tomorrow class we will install it on the Ubuntu-based system. Okay, so all the steps are given here. So Maven setup and configuration, Maven installation. Okay. So prerequisite is that you need to install Java first on your system. I hope Java is already installed on your system. You can check
Yes,
which version of Java
Java.
is installed. So you can go to CMD and you can say Java and icon version. So in my case, it is 21.0. Which version you have on your system?
Java. 1 minute. I have Maven also.
You have Maven also. Okay, that's great.
Maven 3.9. Java is 21.0.3.
Okay, that's fine. So that is fine for our practical point of view. But means whosoever is watching this video, we need to tell that where is Maven. So in this, if we want to install it on Windows, so what we need to do, we need to go to Windows. This is Windows, right? So first we need to download and install OpenJDK, which is Java Development Kit. Okay. Now for that, we need to go here and you can search for Java, or you can just write JDK 21 or JDK download. Okay. So here, this is Oracle product now Java. So you can see the Java downloads here. So you want Java 21, 25. So let's go with the 21. 25 is very new, but it will work for 21 or 25, does not matter. And here, what you need to do, you need to install for Windows. So you need to click on Windows and you can use the MSI package or only the zip file. So zip file will have the binary only, right? So when it has binary only, then you just need to give the path into your environment variables. So you need to, we will go with this installer. Once it is installed, installation is very simple, very straightforward. Right? I'm canceling this. And it will install at some place in your most, if you go with the default option, then it will go to the C program files and under that Java. And like here, we are having Java 21. Now, this is my Java home path. This is called Java home. So we need to set a Java home variable. So how to set the Java home variable? Go to the environment variables and on user level settings, you need to create a new variable, call it Java underscore home and put that path here. I have already said that's why I'm not doing, but Java underscore home. Right? No? Second thing is that you need to download and install the Maven also. So for that, you need to go to Maven download. So this is Apache Maven. Okay. So Apache Maven, this is the logo Maven. Now here you can see that for download for Windows. So here you can see there is a download zip file. So this is a binary, not the source code. We don't need the source code. We need to download with the binary zip. So you can download it and you can once you download it, then unzip this. So I kept into my C softwares and here I have. So I kept it Apache Maven. So this is my Maven home folder. Okay. So I will copy this and I will go to my environment variables again. And here I will set the environment variables. And into this, you need to go to the path variable. Double click on this and click on new. And you just need to copy that path. I have already copied. Right? If you see here, this is already copied. So what will happen? Now, because it is in the path variable, so my executable is in under this directory, bin directory. So bin directory, you need to give /bin also. And then you can use it anywhere in your command prompt or PowerShell. Okay. Up till here, is it clear? If you have installed this long back ago and now you want to,
Okay.
just revise, just do this or check this video. All right.
Okay.
So, do you have some time? Can we spend 10 more minutes?
Yes.
All right. No. Or maybe if you do up till here, uh,
Okay.
we will do it in next class. So here, what you need to do, ambient -- version. So it should be the latest version, 3.9.12. And it is
Okay.
for Maven, we need Java is to be installed first. Without Java, Maven cannot be installed. Okay. So it will complain about that, how to, means you cannot install the Maven because Java is not available. Minimum Java 8, but now the latest version is looking for Java more than Java 11 version. Okay, so you can go with the LTS, means that long-term support version. Right. So any question? So today we have not discussed practically much, but in next lecture it will be 100% practical. Any question?
No.
Do you understand Git?
Yes.
Do you understand Maven theoretically?
Maven theory. Yes.
Now you can install it. Do one thing if you want to practice, uninstall this Maven and Java and
Again.
install it again. Okay.
Okay.
So that will help you to revise, which you have done earlier, but now maybe you need to revise, then uninstall and install it. Hmm? Okay, we will meet then tomorrow.
I can update this version.
You can not Maven version you are talking about or Java
Yes,
version?
yes, Maven.
Maven, actually, we are downloading the binaries. So you can do that one, but uh, that is a directory. If you see here, this is a directory 3.9.12. Now, if it is 3.9.13, for example, tomorrow, then uh, in my path variable, I need to change, right? So this is not the installation. This is a downloading the entire
Mm.
directory as it is. So that's why
Okay.
updation is just replacement of the existing with the new Maven binaries.
Okay.
All right. We'll meet tomorrow then. Thank you.
Thank you.